We are finally back again. That was terrible. We are finally back again for another reaction on this year BrBpTV. Be real, be positive television, guys. Of course, I'm about Mr. Leaks. Let us get into the vibrations for today right there. As you see on the screen, brothers and sisters, you see a vehicle that is apparently on its side. I'm guessing as a result of the heat that is in Dominica, brothers and sisters, or across the Caribbean. The heat is definitely a factor right there. I'm not sure if that is the case for this one, but this one right there. But of course, you know, something happened. It looked like it must have hit this thing and tilted on the side as a result of this block that seems to be there. I could be wrong, or maybe it was the swaying. This is another angle of it right there. And of course, we see an individual without his shirt on. That's to tell you how hot it is, brothers and sisters. Of course, I actually spoke about that yesterday in the previous reaction video. That'll be the first comment in the comment box below, guys. You can definitely check it out right there. But I just wanted to say to individuals out there, be careful out there, brothers and sisters. It's rather interesting. I think I saw this vehicle in a Portsmouth today. I could be wrong, but it looks like a very similar vehicle. I remember seeing a vehicle that did not have any tires and looked similar to this one. So this might be the same vehicle. So if that is the same vehicle right there, one moment you're seeing a vehicle looking, you know, okay, you know, it's drivable. Next time you've seen a vehicle that is tilted on the side in the Massac region, brothers and sisters, Massac region. I just found out what Massac means. It seems like there was a lot of massacre that took place in that area between the Europeans and the Kalinago people. And as a result of that, it's considered called Massac. This is one of the information that I got recently, which makes sense why they call the place Massac. It's a slaughter area that used to happen for human beings, and apparently the vehicle wanted to participate in that right there. Hopefully the individuals in the vehicle are okay. I did not hear any report as to a result of any injuries and so forth. Maybe these guys are the ones who were in the vehicles, I'm not sure. But hopefully the individuals in the vehicles are okay. Now, guys, talking about the heat right there, I saw this thing being sent to me a number of times. And I believe this is one of the contestants for Miss International Elegant Mothers Pageant, which I think will take place not in Dominica, outside of Dominica, one of the Caribbean islands. Anyways, one of the participants from Dominica, if not the only participant from Dominica, brothers and sisters, is this individual right there. And she has a bit of a plight being undertaken, and it reads, "Good evening to all. To begin, I'd like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you guys for your love and support throughout my journey thus far in the Miss International Elegant Mothers Pageant. Recognizing that I couldn't have done it alone, I enlisted to help out. I enlisted the help of a few people I thought could be trusted, but time has proven otherwise to be untrue. A number of you have made contact with me and claimed that you have sent me finances which could have been used to cover my airfare and accommodations, etc., etc., etc. But I'm sorry to say that I haven't received not a single dime of what you may have stated that you contributed to my behalf right there." And she's stating, "I employ the individuals who are maliciously collecting money with the intent to probably use it for themselves on her behalf and failing to hand over the finances to her, to cease and desist from such dirty ways and hand over, or please, if you use the money which was not for you, please reimburse any funds collected thus far. It would be heartbreaking if I had to bow out from the competition owing to the greed and selfishness of an individual or individuals whom I believed to have had my best interests at heart." Things are hard in Dominica sometimes, you know. So this is one of the reasons why when I send things for you guys to send to, I know for certain that these things or these contributions that you guys have made would definitely go to the right set of people that it's supposed to go to. Individuals are collecting money from this woman, and she apparently did not get any money at all to cover the airfares and what have you, brothers and sisters. And in that regard, you will ask yourself, well, who is responsible for this? Doesn't she have a particular individual or manager who will collect the funds in this regard, or a number of persons just pretty much come together and she decides, hey guys, I want to do this on my own? From the onset of things, I understood that she didn't have any sponsors, and she tried to do something, and a number of people were making statements on it in disgust to I guess what she was trying to do. But as time went by, I think she got better, and then the individuals were, you know, showing disagreement to what she was doing, the way she was dressed and the makeup and so forth and so forth. Because of, I guess, elevating from the public, things were a bit better. I guess she got a number of sponsors that helped her, and of course people were applauding her to you know, that she definitely did make a good change. But apparently individuals have been collecting money for her, and she has not received not a dime, brothers and sisters, which is interesting. She's saying, I knew going into this that there would be as many negatives as positives. But as for my sister, well, let me tell you something. From what I've been looking at from the sidelines, it seems like there's many negatives there. And look, you're bringing up another one right there. So nobody could say, hey, let's see if we can, you know, try to help her out. She's going to represent Dominica overseas. Or maybe she's just going for herself, for her country. I mean, nobody could try to do something. She has to then solicitate getting monies, and then not even getting the monies from the people who are supposed to be collecting monies for her. That's kind of insane. They're probably pocketing that money. But as I'm saying this, brothers and sisters, the heads of government come to mind. Where's the $4.3 billion that got missing? If it's happening at the head, hey, who's to complain when it happens at the lower end, or at the normal, in the normal society? When money is being collected and it's not going to where it's supposed to be, it just seems to be disappearing. So she doesn't even know if their money is actually collected or not, because the monies are not going to her to pay for airfares and accommodations. And she's going out there to try her best to see if she can actually make something for herself. That is something else. Anyway, she's saying she knew that there was going to be negatives and positives. But as she indicated in her earlier piece to Dominica News Online, the negativity just motivates her to do her best to make her son and those cheering for her proud. It doesn't end there, guys. Hold on. Is there more? No, there's no more. There's this one there. Anyways, if you would want to help me in any way, shape, or form, either financially or in kind, please call the number 614-7626. Hopefully that is not other individuals' number. That is actually your number. And then maybe you can link them to some more banking or something that can actually help you. But it seems like, based off some report that I saw on DNO, let me see if I can get it. This is the report right there. It seems like Smith faces the possibility of disqualification. That article came out yesterday, and I think she was further breaking down these kind of sentiments right there. She mentioned DNO. I think that's what she was talking about right there. So this girl went up to try to see if she can be a part of this Miss International Mother's Elegant pageant. Hopefully I get it correct. Let me see. Miss International Elegant Mothers pageant. And of course, she's not getting the funding that is stated to have been sent to her. It's interesting. Things are hard, so people just want to make money on people when it's not supposed. It's not you that give money. It is not you that they gave the money for yourself. But no, you want to take what is not yours. That is called stealing, brothers and sisters. And in that doing, you should stop your dirty ways in that regard. So hopefully she does get assistance. Obviously, you guys see the number right there if you want to call or message to see how you can assist her. Hopefully she doesn't get thrown out or disqualified from the Mother's International Elegant and Pageant show. Talking about guys, remember this whole situation involving Suki? When Suki was playing lollipop with some girl's stuff. Well, you know, Suki is back at it again, brothers and sisters. So apparently Suki was caught somewhere in St. Martin. He and some individual ended up in some squabble, and the individual ended up smacking him. So while this individual was walking off, let me see if I can make this thing bigger, man. We are technology. I don't understand why people like to film you know, kind of a way. We are technology. So let's go back a little bit. So after they smack him, Suki decided to be a hose and spray some water on him, which collected the man, but I guess the person holding this guy made him stop. And then in this regard, you know, this was Suki again. Suki, I mean, you performing, I don't know. I really don't know. You performing, you go overseas. Dominica doesn't get you much performances, from my understanding. They don't get you much performances. You get to perform overseas, which of course give you more money in that regard. Ask me where the money going, I don't know. Maybe it's the management that taking all the money and giving little dregs for it. I don't know who. But on the basis of you getting the opportunity for you to do certain things, this is the kind of predicament that management apparently allows you to go through. And I say allow you to go through because there's no way you could ever do such a thing in the United States under a company and the company not let you go. Was there some sort of contract signed stating that you are supposed to act in accordance because you are representing the company, or you representing the sphere of individuals that make you, well, not make you, but because most likely it's your stuff, but they all you partner together to do something, Suki. And that is the level that you have come. The person is driving off, you are then taking some sort of bottle or something, I don't know what it is. And then you are literally firing it behind. I think this was in St. Martin. This is definitely not Dominica, guys. The infrastructure doesn't look like Dominica at all. So that is it. So when Timal came and was talking about just using him for money, it seems come on people. Suki needs help. What is the management doing? I'm probably thinking in their mind, from my understanding of human nature and understanding kind of sect of individuals, they're probably saying within themselves, this is a grown man. He's not our child, he's a grown man. But he needs help, regardless of if he's a grown man or not. He's representing, when he goes out there, he's not just representing the sphere, he's also representing Dominica from where he comes out, because people are going to be asking, where is this guy from? Dominica. Where is he from? They're going to be asking these questions. Are Dominicans, the celebrities, quote unquote, the people who are make music, popular music individuals, are they like this? And it seems like these guys are getting more view, wouldn't say not popularity, but on social media he's put out more than the normal bands Triple K and WCK and all the others. Or there, he's getting more. And this is what is being shown for. I mean, come on. The management team need to do something about this. Because if this continues, other people who want to bring him wherever they go in to perform will not bring him, which means you guys will lose money as well. And he will also lose money as well. You get an opportunity based off some crazy music that some of this... You get an opportunity to do something, make it now. You get an opportunity to shine. And that is what is happening. Really? Come on, man. You can do better than that. I also saw this thing right there. I don't know if this is true. Ask me how Timmy get Facebook, but anybody can come on Facebook. But this is important right there, Timmy. Timmy is stating, yes, I take in my rocks every other day. But I just behave. Suki is a bad boy and bad egg and a bad example. The high life not going with him. Last time was Holy Rum. Now is you know, from that video, guys, the video of him playing Russian roulette with the girls thing. Suki need a manager to get him back on track, not crack. True? What kind of managers? What is going on? When Timmy himself have to come and say if that is his account. Team is saying something is wrong. You can't be that bad, eh? Anyways, brothers and sisters, I must make mention of this particular situation right there. So let me know your thoughts on the Suki situation. Let me know your thoughts on this. But there's a need for help, brothers and sisters. There's a need for help right there. Anyways, in regards to the white man from Mahu, the white man pleads guilty. U.S. National Jason Grog pleaded guilty to charges of possession of a firearm and ammunition. Grog, his wife, and 4 little ones were taken into custody following investigations relating to a seizure of the 40-foot container in Mahu on Monday. That happened sometime last week. A firearm was also seized at his Belfast residence, not in the container. I pretty much broke down everything for you guys in the previous reaction videos. If you're going to check it out, check out the previous reaction videos right there. And the High Court ruled on Monday, April 24th, that was 2 days ago, that the detention of the 3 little ones, aged 12, 14, and 16, was unconstitutional. I mean, isn't that, I mean, that should be the basic rule. These people are underage. And they had them, well, they had this 16-year-old in behind bars too, from my understanding. They also had the 18-year-old as well. The charges of possession of ammunition and a firearm were also dropped against Greg's wife, Jennifer, but her worries are not over since she's also charged with trafficking firearms and blah, blah, blah. So Jason pretty much pleaded guilty to the charges of having that firearm, the unlicensed firearm right there. As you can see right there, Jason got pleaded guilty to the charges that he was in possession of a firearm on April 17, 2023 at his home in Belfast without a valid license. He also pleaded guilty to possession of a large quantity of ammunition at his Belfast residence. Right there, they indicated how much it was. Right there, his wife, Jennifer Grog, pleaded not guilty to all charges. Grog and his wife were remanded to the custody of the police and will return to court on Tuesday. That's yesterday. I need to follow up with this one right there for sentencing. For another matter, traffic, firearm, and ammunition at Woodbridge. Of course, this is another one. September 21 and 25th of 2021. That was 2 years ago. So they have been in Dominica for a very long time. Right there, they were not required to enter a plea since this is, you know, an indictable one right there. The police also filed charges that were in possession. However, I must talk about the part of the underage ones. They also had the underage ones. They had the 2 of them, the 12 and 14-year-old. They had them under the state, even though the grandparents were there. I remember I was told that the grandparents were there. The grandparents went to find out, you know, about them, and they did not give them up to the grandparents. They did not give them up to the grandparents. The 16-year-old and the 18-year-old were also inside, as well as the mother and the father. But it's rather interesting that human rights, they did not look at human rights, I guess, because they thought they were white people. That's what they probably thought. They could just do whatever they want with them. True. You don't know about human rights? No. Okay. Not only that though, guys, but they overstayed the 48 hours before they were charged. So that means they also had them unconstitutionally longer than they were supposed to be there. And we're talking about the 18 and the 17 and the mother as well. So that is affecting human rights. So if they were to bring charges or decide to sue the police department for that, you know that is millions of dollars, right? You know that? No, you don't know. Okay, million. Okay, all right then. Human rights. They play with human rights, no, brothers and sisters. The police played with their human rights. Well, we'll see how that goes. In regards to Jason, I understand the sentiment of a number of persons, including this guy right there.
Boy, let me tell you something, that justice system does not fair in Dominica, you know.
It has never been fair. I mean, when the government themselves can be calling people to constantly come to court on the basis of inciting things, and they are the ones who are guilty of it. I mean, we should know that already.
For the past time, them police will want to man with guns. And when you see they bring them in front of the magistrate, straight jail the magistrate sending them, you know.
Yeah, because usually when people bring ammunitions and this kind of things into Dominica, they come to be a part of certain things. This individual, from my understanding, and I actually know this individual, well, on the basis of emailing and what have you, these individuals didn't seem to come with any harm. However, they did know about the different incidents involving. No, this is just my speculation right there, guys. I could be wrong in this, but this is just my speculation right there. This individual knew about all the different types of crimes that was happening as a result of people losing their lives. They wanted to come to Dominica. One of the things that I was told, they wanted to spread the gospel and what have you, blah, blah, blah. But also in the United States, they have a certain, criteria when it comes down to bearing arms. That is one of the things that they are accustomed to. So in knowing this, I don't know what exactly was transpiring, but on the basis of that very thing right there, I don't think they will come in to do crimes in Dominica. I really doubt that is the case. Most likely want to come to Dominica and the guy probably decided to have a pistol and decided, you know what, I want to protect my family just in case things get rowdy. So maybe that's one of the things, but he should have been licensed. That is where I disagree. He should have been licensed. So that is my thing right there. So it was not like normal people coming with things to try to do harm to other people or in retaliation, because we knew that this has happened. This is one of the reasons why they knew about these certain things that was happening when it comes down to gun violence in Dominica. So
plead guilty, jail. Plead not guilty, jail. Now all you a white man with gun and ammunition, what all you do with him? All you charge him.
Well, maybe that happened. No, they charged him.
So jail is for one set. Jail is for black man, and jail is not for white man.
But that Chinese people and other people that go to jail already, guys. So I don't know where you go. So, anyways.
All you find that fair?
In the high side of understanding it from normal viewpoint, if I'm looking from outside in, doesn't look fair at all. But in understanding the reason why they came to Dominica, and maybe not getting the full information of what needs to be done to have this thing, then I'm guessing that, they decided to bring this stuff. But it actually passed through. It must have passed through because they're talking about 2021 and a 40, I guess the new 40-foot container that came in. It seems like somebody that exposed that right there, and I think I know who did it. In that regard, not saying that they should have. I think they should have the license stuff, but on the basis of this whole thing, anyways.
Oh, you find that fair? That is, if you do any proper investigation, sometimes that same white man could be selling guns for them same set of people you hold.
That's another thing. What is the reason why they tend to do these things in Dominica? Because most people who tend to bring guns in, they come to sell them or they come to do harm. Or they come in a retaliation point of view. I highly doubt that is what he came to do. So this is probably why they gave him a charge instead. I can't really say that is the case. That's what I'm just going off what he's saying right there. Hopefully I'll get more information as time goes by.
The man could be a gunsmith.
He could be. But I'm sure he did not come to Dominica to sell guns or to use guns to go and do things to people. I was more on the understanding that he would bring this stuff for him to try to protect his family based off what was what was happening in Dominica during the time. So
all you do, all you charge him because he's a white man, all you do give him jail. But for the past time, all the man all you hold on the streets with gun is jail all you sending them. All you find that fair?
But if you're in Dominica and you know the rule of law, so to speak, you know the rule of law and you know these things should not be, why then are a number of persons trying to bring these things in illegally? They're trying to bring it in illegally. Now, if the guy brought it in illegally and they make it pass through, then that is up to the port to decide. But if people have been out there bringing stuff in and they're charging people with these kind of things there because they have it, then that is a whole other story right there. True or false?
Also, the man is a free man. The man can go where he wants. He can go back in his country. It looks like he can even stay in Dominica if he wants still.
Well, if I was him, I would not stay in Dominica. I wouldn't stay in Dominica. I would go back where I come from. But on the basis of him being free, I don't think that is the case at all. I think he's under the police, the investigation officer. I think the whole family are under the investigative officer ruling right there, wherever that is. And I guess as time goes by, we'll get more information. So, what are your thoughts, guys? This is just my thoughts. What are your thoughts, man? And I'm speaking from an individual, before he came. I'm just speaking from that individual understanding what he wanted to actually do. There's a number of people that actually came to Dominica. A lot of them. It's not just one set of white people, you know. There's a number of them that came to Dominica. So I don't really understand where you, oh, because a white man and this kind of things there. It was a white man I did not know, and the understanding. And when I say I know, I mean interacted with that person. Of course, a number of other persons interacted with him in Dominica as well. And they would give you their story with him, if he's really a legitimate person or not. They have a number of persons that interacted with him. Even when he was inside there was a number of individuals that were waiting for him. They were waiting for him. Local people who were waiting for him as well when he went inside. So it's not like he was a terrible person, and you know. But of course, outside looking in, he will look like, you know, I understand the sentiment. But everything is a case-by-case basis. So, anyways, guys, concerning the French girl right there, I must make mention of this one before I leave you guys. The mystery of disappearance of Marion Hermia on the island of Dominica in the West Indies. A young 26-year-old. This is her right there, brothers and sisters. Father, mother, brother, and sister, friends. By the way, guys, this is a translation, so you might see him or her. You might see he instead of she, because this is translated. My computer translated it. Father, mother, brothers, and sisters, friends, all still want to believe it. All still want to believe it, or don't want to believe it. I'm guessing that's what that is. And at the answer to the question that pisses them off, what happens to their friend, their family member? The 26-year-old woman disappeared since the beginning of February on the island of Dominica, and Dominica in the West Indies, not Dominican Republic. Research by local authorities and Jardam police from neighboring Guadeloupe has so far been unsuccessful. French justice has been seized since March 2nd, but investigations have been slowed down because they are subjected to diplomatic arrangements with the Dominican authority. What if it was a Dominican authority that actually did this? And I'm not saying this as far-fetched, because we saw that the Dominican authorities came in and literally took the life of the very man that would know where Kanisha is. They took it, so hey, nothing bypasses me when it comes down to this one right there. What if they were involved and there's some sort of strange occult vibes that's taking place? But on the basis of that, this we can also go in depth to see that this is not just the only thing, the only sort of incident that happened. More individuals have actually come to Dominica to do these single things, this single hiking. And she actually sent a message to her parents. Her disappearance was reported. So when you see his brothers and sisters, just know it's her that there. I'm looking for the part where they're talking about local police on the trail without success on 3 occasions. The French gendarme came in support and joint operations. Helicopter dog and deployed segment 4. I know about this information right there. In the middle of the dense forest, rich in water, free dangerous animals. What? But free of dangerous animals. Okay, yes. From mid-March, Marion father and mother arrived in Dominica. I think I passed it. When she disembarked in Dominica in February, Maria, she told her parents, she told her family, if she does not give any news, they should not be worried for at least another 15 days, because she was going on it by herself. The 14 segments of this route are sometimes outside the telecommunication access zone. So I'm guessing she sent a message stating, hey, if you don't hear from me at one day, then, you know, within 15 days you should hear about me, because I'm going into the bush. I'm going to hike by myself. I actually have a video of a girl going inside Dominica bush by herself. Yes, Lord. Well, the French people just do things with us. So if you guys want to continue reading this stuff right there, I just put it out there so you guys can read it. A new call for witnesses. That's when they were starting to call for overseas local individuals as well on her trail without success on 3 occasions, blah blah blah, reaching water. Marion's father, we saw this on MO News, which they should leave this week. This article was created when? This article was created on the 23rd. Today's the 26th, so 3 days ago, brothers and sisters. So a few days from now, brothers and sisters, is sponsor the office on the head. state, so I'm guessing they are trying to solicit more help, but it seems like they are limited in Dominica as a result of diplomatic matters. So if they are limited, brothers and sisters, can we then say it's far-fetched to say that maybe, you know, authorities are not involved in this? Could be, I don't know. Kenisha disappeared without a trace. A little one disappeared without a trace. You have people who are professionals in what? I don't know, but they are professionals, guys. They were in all kind of military and camouflage fatigue as if they want to go war without no war at all. And they out there just forming the royal donkey. They have yet, they dress in a camouflage, you know. But they yet to find nobody. They yet to find nobody, brothers and sisters. It's foreign people have to actually come and find people. I remember when there was a white man missing and there was a guy overseas who put a beating out. That was some time back. I think that was even before I was born. And there were two individuals from Portsmouth. They were younger back then. Two individuals from Portsmouth took on the challenge. I think they get 10 or 20,000 US dollars for whoever find their family members. And these guys went out and searched, and they found the person that was missing. Not police, not So when I say these things, guys, it's not like I'm putting any blows on the police, you know. I'm just saying it's very clear that they lack the ability to go and search for people. Yet they are the ones doing it. Who have they ever found? I could be wrong. Let me know, guys. And I'm asking you guys this question, so you will let me know in the comment box below. Who has Dominica police ever found who has gone missing? Because I don't know. This is why you guys need to tell me in the comment box below. There's two incidents of individuals I know, the two Portsmouth fellas who went to search for that missing white person. They found that person and they got the money. And then another one, the Montserrat individual who came, who is from Dominica, left to go Montserrat, got his training in Montserrat, came down to Dominica and went to search for this lady who was missing somewhere in the countryside. They had how much people, police and everybody going out there. The man come and find the person. He was on M News, actually reacted to it. The point I'm making here, brothers and sisters, is that there needs to be training, one, and there needs to have proper equipment, because this is not too far-fetched from what has happened before. You mean to tell me the amount of persons that has gone missing, absolutely nothing has been done? Nothing? And when more people go missing, you're just supposed to say the same. Boy, I tell you, that is what they call insanity, you know. This is insanity, brothers and sisters. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. You're doing the same thing. Hey guys, let's gather together, let's go and walk through the bush and so forth to look. The same thing over and over, and you expect to do better? Boy, the point I'm making here, brothers and sisters, the police need training and the police need proper equipment. It's not just dressing in camouflage and have ammunition here and looking like you're about to do something. There's no war in Dominica. Boy. Well, she's still missing, brothers and sisters. She said 15 days if you don't hear from her, then you know something is wrong. Almost 2 months now. February, March, April. Almost 2 months. Well, not almost, 2 months now. So, guys, let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. This is pretty much all about us for this here reaction video, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more. And of course, subscribe if you definitely want to see more. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Click the bell, click subscribe, click all. I'll get the vibrations as they tend to come through. It's about Mr. Licks on BrBpTV, guys. Be real, be positive. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bam.